welcome back to another hardware review. This time we are looking at the Icon from Stars. Yes, it is another pod system, but it is a cutie pod system. Fits in your hand really nice. So let's do like what we normally do. Have a little look around the box, show you the contents, show you the pod, and then we'll do the pros and the cons. Right, straight away onto the box. At the top it does say Stars. You've got a picture of your mod, and then it tells you it is the Icon. Apart from that, there is nothing else on the box. I don't know if that's because it's been sent out for review. Obviously, there should be some warnings on there. But as boxes go for pods, it's actually quite a nice box. It's got a magnetic flap. I don't say flaps very often. On the left-hand side, you've got all the designs the pod comes in. It's quite funky. You've got skulls, etc. Then you've got a little gap where the pod should be. If we open that up, you've got your user manual. You've got your USB charging cable. You've got your spare pod, which is a big thumbs up. And you've also got a filling bottle. I've not had to use that filling bottle. And that is the contents of the packaging. We don't have to do it up there. So, the pod, they say it's carbon panels on this, but it feels a little bit plasticky, or it's got a plastic coating. Stainless steel outer body. It's a 380 mAh battery, takes roughly about an hour to charge, and they're saying that you get 500 puffs per charge. Right, let's have a little look at the pod itself. It is a 2mm pod. It's got a 1.7 ohm coil inside. It is darkened plastic, so sometimes it's a little bit hard to see how much liquid you've got in there. If you have a little look at the bottom, you've got your two contacts, and in between there is the actual airflow. Now, you've got your little rubber bung. If you pull that aside, that's where your filling port is. It's a really big filling port. I've had no trouble with it at all. No airlocks or nothing like that. If you have a little look at the inside the mod itself, you'll be able to see you've got your two contacts there, and then you've got another hole, that is your draw activation. Now, when you put the pod back on top, you'll see that the little light at the bottom glows blue, and that shows you that you've got your connection. Now, the battery indicator is there as well, but it only goes blue and then to red, and then you've got to charge it. If we have a little look at the bottom, that is where your USB charging port is, and that's roughly the pod itself. So, the pros and the cons. We'll go to the cons first like we normally do, and we'll start off with the pod itself. It's got that darkened plastic, so it's a little bit hard to see how much e-liquid you've got left in there. But obviously, it's the design of the pod. Talking about the design, I've mentioned this time and time before about mods that have got skulls on it and different funky designs on it. I don't mind it, and I know a lot of people are going to like that. But if you look on the other side, it's got a nice little carbon look on it. And I'd like to see that added to the range, you know, different colours with it, just like that. So it was on both sides. Keep the skulls and the ladies and stuff like that, but add a range where it's just got both of them panels on it. My next con to it is the battery indicator. It goes blue, and then it goes red, and then it just cuts off. There's no in-between. There's no indication letting you know that it's sort of getting to the red. So you're happily vaping away, and then all of a sudden it just basically cuts off. So I would have liked to seen an extra light on there just to give you a bit more of a heads up. Another one as well is when I fill it, I've been getting a little bit of juice in my mouth, which isn't very nice if you're vaping at 20 milligram. This is the Pod Salts Blueberg. It is 50-50 is what they actually recommend to use with the pod. But yeah, I've been having a little bit of e-liquid in my mouth, and it's only when you fill it, and then it seems to go off. Right, what about the flavour? What about the clouds? Not bad flavour, not bad clouds. I've had better flavour and I've had worse flavour. It's a restricted direct to lung, or it's loose mouth to lung. It's a 380 mAh battery in there. They're saying you get 500 puffs to it. The battery isn't going to last you all day, but that's not what it's there for. If you look what it's actually there for, it's a stealthy little vape. It fits in your hand really nice. You can stick it in your top pocket. It's not going to weight it down. If you're nipping out to the pub, you're going to the cinema, you're walking down the shops, you just want to keep something in your car. So if anything happens to your main banger of the day, you've got something there. That's what this is built for. It's not going to be your all-day mod. It's going to be what you're going to stick in the car, like I said, or in your pocket. Fits in your hand really, really nice. And if you look at it that way and not look at it thinking, well, I'll tell you what, I won't be using that as a mod. It isn't. And now it's $18.99. That's not bad. You also get a spare pod, which is a big thumbs up. You don't normally get anything like that. You normally just get one, and if it goes, it goes. But it's nice to see him putting two pods in there. So yeah, all in all, I don't mind it. For what its actual use is, like just nip into the shop, stick it in your pocket, that's what this is built for. And for $18.99, I don't think that's a bad, it's quite a nice little stealthy little thing. Well, this has been another review by Little Bro. If you like the review or the video, make sure you like, subscribe and share. The subscribe button's in the corner, give it a little press and get me to that new magic number. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And one last thing, people, keep them juices flowing. Don't forget to check out my latest video. Also, don't forget to check out 3 Men and a Vape Show live at 8 PM every Wednesday. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll catch you later.